and welcome back to another episode of The Veil of Vesir. We are Mimic Decision, a group of regular-ass nerds who got together and decided to play something Daggerheart-ish with and for all of you at home. So whether you're a veteran or new to the show, take a seat, help make our table a little bigger, and get ready to play along with us. For those who don't know us, I'm Matt. I'll be your GM this evening. And with me as always, because this is the darkest timeline, are Tom, Tim, John, and Aubrey. They'll be continuing their role as our heroic adventurers tonight. And if you want to catch up on any of their backlog and the rest of our stories, they can be found over at youtube.com/@mimicdecision. And while you're there, why don't you mosey on over to the post section where you can check out lore drops, blurbs from our social media halfling, and check out polls so you can be part of the voting and shaping the story even in between sessions. But if you want to be involved in our live sessions, we can be found every week over on twitch.tv/decision at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And of course, a like, follow, or subscribe means the world to us. We really appreciate it if you're enjoying what you see. All of that out of the way. Let's get back to our game. When last we played, our party found themselves facing down a trio of murderous cultists down in the depths of the woods. Having explored the cultist's mind, Morella had found that, shockingly, they had in fact just murdered a companion of Tambid. That, along with the interactions between the cultist of Mortel and our own Seraph in question of serving up Alatane and the power of the line against him, a showdown was somewhat inevitable, and so our party soundly smashed the cultist and his two assistants, and were reunited with their friend Tambid. In addition, last week you helped us shape a new experience for Torment, who had saved it waiting for a meaningful moment, and his victory over the Mortel cultist last week turned into, correct me if I'm wrong, Zealot's Bane? Is that right?
I'm completely ready. Don't worry about it.
You should know this.
It is my
murderer.
I am Zealot Spain, yes.
That's what I thought. A very cool experience that hopefully we'll see get used in the near future. And that brings us back to where... It
doesn't have to be that near future that we meet more Zealots.
It doesn't have to be, but it's going to be. No, so without any further ado, I think that brings us back to the recently sanctified or somewhat cleansed Shrine to Mortel down in the roots. Our party stands ready to continue, I hope. Does anybody have any questions? Because if not, spotlight to you.
Tambid.
Yes?
Why did you run away from us last time?
I didn't run away. I just left.
We just had this
I moved
cool
very
fight
calmly.
against those people. We had the fireworks help us, and then you were gone. We didn't even get to drink on our victory. Or eat.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. But we got the people. They were safe. They were in capable hands, and I don't know. I wandered a lot. So,
in his defense, he did leave us a note telling us that he was going away.
Maybe we should tie a bell around him so we can hear when he tries to sneak away.
Oh yeah, we should get him a collar.
Opposable thumbs. I have opposable thumbs.
Decrease his sneakiness.
I also have a dagger now, given our misadventure. Trying to unlock a door.
Nice.
On that mission.
Did you get some lockpicks? It turns out the correct tool helps even more.
Nope, still a ranger. Not getting lockpicks.
Your plan to stab the door if it gets in the way?
Oh, we can get an axe. That might help.
It's not very discreet.
I have a small axe, but it is not meant for chopping down doors.
I mean, a hatchet would
We
work
had a
pretty
small axe.
well.
I mean, it
We
is
just didn't have.
nice, but it's meant for chopping small firewood, not necessarily larger door-shaped woods.
You
Granny
clearly
has
haven't.
some really cool rams, but they might be a little big to carry around.
Anyway,
Do you have any folding ramp?
I think so.
On that note, Morella, how do we get
Yeah.
out of here?
This way.
How confident does Morella look when she says that?
I mean, you're literally one passage away back from the main tunnel.
Yeah, it's a pretty educated guess.
You guys are right
What?
next to where you guys are right where you were when you dodged the root line the first time.
Yeah,
She says it with so much confidence. You're just like, whoa, that lady, she's confident.
so we're just going back into the path of the root line?
Well, it was going away from us.
That was the direction we had to go.
Or else we could jump onto it, maybe.
Yeah, we'll catch the next one.
We should avoid jumping on larger animals like that. This is not conducive to
So have-
getting anyone home safely.
I do also have the rest of my group I came down here with to reunite with. I
Are
don't know
you
if you all
leaving
wanted
us
to help, but-
immediately, Tambid?
Well, no, you're going the same direction, right? You were following. So, at least, as long as we're going the same direction, I'll stick with you, but I do have, them to kind of not take care of, but I brought them down here. I don't want to just abandon them.
How's Sir Castor doing?
Stoically getting by. He has restrapped his frying pan to his pack, but this time on the outside for easy access. Looks a bit nervous, but all in all, he's holding up.
I'm going to walk up to him, pat him on the back, and on the shoulder. How are you doing?
It's been many a year since I had to march anywhere, but we'll make do. We'll make do.
Nice hit with that pan. What's that made of?
Aluminum.
Is this a fancy way of saying aluminium?
I don't know what you're talking about. I think
Not
they used to call it
cast iron?
mithril.
Aren't you coming from the same place that Belu comes from?
Nearby. I understand you're from Belu's from the north.
I'm pretty sure they say aluminium where he comes from.
They say a lot of things where he comes from. No offense meant, sir.
It is non-taken. We have a different way of speaking and different language to what is spoken in the south. But to
Yes.
Tormund's point, is incorrect. We do in fact say aluminum.
Glad to hear it. Grandsell is a place of many different cultures all jammed together. Not necessarily willingly at the time.
Yes. All right. Well,
Yeah. We should perhaps leave this place and get going again, so we are not snuck upon by another group coming to this, whatever it is.
Oh, can I go out walk in front and scout for you guys?
no,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Morella.
It's fine. I'll be on lookout.
Behind her.
Talia walks off to lead the way as you guys finally move on from this root line created diversion and get back on the path through the main tunnel.
As we are leaving the room,
Sure.
Belu's gonna kind of look back. He's kind of gonna let everyone go, and he's gonna look back at the pile of bones and the glowing bit of it, and he's just kind of he's gonna have this look on his face like something's not quite right. Before you
Something's not quite.
Yeah, where
That's the thought that loops around in your mind
yeah.
as you look at these bones.
Well,
And
no, it's not.
As you get a sense that the bones might somehow be looking back. And there's just this briefest flash, a little bit of red light. And maybe it was in your mind, maybe it was just a spark in your eye. You've been hit along upside the head a few times in the past few days, so there's some issues at play here. But you'd almost swear that flash of light came from one eye of the skull, almost like it was winking at you. Something's not quite right.
Smash the skull! Smash the skull!
Elu's going to he's going to make the decision that was a he's gonna make the decision that was a long day and what has really been a long week.
And so we repress.
Probably playing tricks on him, and he's going to just kind of get that breath, and he's going to walk back to the rest of the group, catch up with them.
Bailey catches up with the group, and the group continues on and on and on. And it has come to my attention that Tormund is not particularly comfortable down here in the group tunnels. They make him feel unnatural to him. I don't blame him for that. The roots are a little oppressive to people who aren't used to them. They're home to many, but they are a completely different world for those who are used to the world above. But much to Tormund and maybe some other people's chagrin, this is not a short trip. In fact, as you travel, you find yourselves alone completely. You Tambit occasionally find signs of their traveling companions, and they seem to just always stay just ahead of you, moving in the same direction, moving toward the same destination that you had all agreed to, but they have not slowed to let you catch up. If they even
do want to keep an eye for those, and if they divert in any way, then I'll follow.
Yeah, you are the most skilled tracker of your group.
Mhm.
And while you can tell they're making some efforts to hide their tracks, it's not sufficient. Nonetheless, you guys continue for days down in the roots. It's not until the fourth day that anything really happens to break up the monotony. And Morel, this is normal. Here in the roots, farther away from actual entrances to the surface, it's very rare to find anybody who isn't, where there isn't an entire colony. You can end up out in these kind of necks of the roots where you can go for days and days without seeing a single living person, which is why it is somewhat surprising. Morella, I think you taking the watch along with Talia. Tell me about that, actually, as you guys go. As you walk, Talia wanted to scout. Do you let her? Do you humor her? Do you teach her? Do you spend time with her, or do you just watch over her?
Yeah, I would say teach her a bit. Definitely being more on the lookout than I expect that she actually is. Talia is, I mean.
That makes sense. I think you find two things along, the first few days of this journey as you take Talia and coach her up a little bit. She's enthusiastic. You already knew that. She is also extraordinarily earnest, and she doesn't take direction all that well, but eventually, usually by the next day, things have sunk in that she's more willing to go along with what you might have shown her. Just a little stubborn, I suppose. But you're teaching. I'm curious how well that goes. So I would like you to make 2 rolls. One of them will be an actual roll, and the other we'll call a reaction roll for the sake of hope and fear. I would like finesse. Well, I'm sorry. I'll give you a choice on this first one. Finesse is obviously, a strong point for you as a rogue, but I will also accept instinct since we're talking about keeping an eye out here. So either one of those as an actual action roll, and then a reaction roll with charisma to see how well you vibe with her as things go on.
So the actual action roll is a 14
Okay.
with fear. And you said charisma using
Charisma.
finesse, right?
No. So the first roll was either going to be finesse or instinct, and then
I
the second
know.
roll was. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
That's a joke. Yeah. All right. So presence. That's reaction roll is
Yeah,
12.
Sorry. Okay. It goes well. I think you find both of you wear on each other's patience a bit, not in a way that feels like it's creating any kind of enmity, but just some friction. She's naturally kind of not great at following. Marilla is used to people who are more professional about what they do, I think. But it goes well. Talia starts to learn things. She starts to catch things. Not things that Morella missed, but things that Morella didn't think she would catch. Morella, do mark 1 stress just from the process of the frustrations of teaching a youth. But
Okay. If this kills me, I swear.
Do players die from having no stress? No, right?
if you are out of stress and you have 1 hit point left, it would drop you.
I see. Yeah, but like it goes to the hit points after the stress, I guess was more the
Well,
question.
yeah, and you
Help the
get
big
like
guy.
vulnerable, I think.
Yeah, there are some problems when you get there. Yeah, but nonetheless, all of that said, it's on the 4th day of the journey that Morella, you are the first to notice. But with what you taught Halia, she does catch it as well, almost as quickly as you do. The sound of whistling hits your ear, and just moments later, really a surprisingly quick amount of time given that you just started hearing the whistling, you see a figure coming out of the shadows of the roots ahead of you, coming to the light of you. That is one of the problems with traveling. It's very hard to be overly stealthy when you need to be able to see where you're going. Nonetheless, standing before you is kind of a wizened old man by the look of it. His face is deeply wrinkled. His head is bald. His nose is kind of long, and his chin is covered in this kind of wispy gray beard. And he is hunched over as he walks down the tunnel towards you, whistling very cheerily. And on his back, he just has this massive pack, like 2 times the size of his body, up into the air behind him as he comes up to you kind of almost jauntily. He looks up and, "Well, hello, travelers. Welcome to my shop. What can I do for you?"
So what you're saying is there's an elderly man who's carrying a large pack and
Mhm.
seems to be very strong and old.
Correct.
There can be only one.
He is human as well, I forgot to mention.
Beat him up.
He's
Sorry,
also
you said he's human?
human, very
5
thin.
minutes ago, you were
His
non-violent.
joints tend to be wider than his limbs around them, but he still seems to be moving without a problem as he goes through. I'm sorry, what was that, John? I didn't hear.
I just like how Belu went straight to murder mode as soon as he came across another old man wandering.
Oh, they can, we've already got one of those.
Only one strong old man in Vesir.
Yeah.
In all of this year.
To be fair, this guy looks like he's twice your age at least.
Well,
Seeing that he's a human, I will go into more protective, making Talia backup mode. I don't trust humans down here.
But he looks nice.
No, that's weird.
Don't be shy. Come and see what Albie can sell you. Come, children. I'm sure I've got something for you. And I would bet you've all got something for me.
Greetings, Travala. It is nice to see you. You are the first
Greetings.
person we have seen in a while in the Zerutia.
Yes, it does get rather lonely down here at times.
I could imagine this much.
I used to travel with a sock puppet to talk to, but a root lion ate it.
I am sorry for your loss.
Died well.
You mentioned that you have a store of some kind.
Yes, here it is. Whatever scrap of mycelium I stand on is Albie's shop.
I see. What do you have in terms of files that we could peruse?
Oh, I have a bit of everything. Do you need some clothes? Do you need some food? Do you need something more exotic? More magical, perhaps? Old Albie's got a bit of everything.
You would not perhaps have a larger pair of lightweight pants on you, would you?
Oh, I could certainly make a deal for something like that. But warning now, I don't always take my pay in just coin. I want to trade. See, I can't keep my store stocked if I just take coin all the time. I'd have to go back up above and find new inventory. No,
I see.
I need to trade. And I need to trade for things that have a story. That's what old Albie likes. Stories.
You can see that. I also prefer to barter rather than buy or sell my services, so
Absolutely. Happy to talk to a fellow diggerer.
you are not in need of any healing, or perhaps
No, I'm fit as a fiddle.
you seem to be quite mobile. Yes.
Clean living, sonny. Also, excessive weight training.
Ah.
Kind of shrugs his pack.
I could see that. Yes.
Tell me, what do you need? Pants I have, certainly. But what else is in store? Oh my. Do you need a bow? Do you need a sword? An axe? No, something more interesting. How about a ring of silence, a belt of unity, an arcane prism?
I do not know what any of these things are, but I am willing to look at your
But
wares.
you have an odd look about you, son. He walks up and starts to like sniff with his large nose around like the side of your arm. He's relatively short. He's only like 5'6", so he's not he's like sniffing like around your elbow. He says, you have a fey scent about you. Oh, almost like iron. I have
in the
just
past
a thing for you.
joked of having arms made of iron, so perhaps I have spoken into existence.
May I interest you? And he pulls out of his pouch. He just reaches back and just immediately comes back out with it. This big leather tome. It is somewhat large and heavy, maybe like yay big. The leather is thick and smooth, and it's obviously aged, but it's in very good shape. The book itself, he doesn't open it, he just kind of shows it to you. This is called a lore keeper. You can store the name of creatures that you have a grudge against. And this book will aid you in your struggles against them. But be warned, you can only add 3 names before the book will move on to another.
I see. I do my best to not hold grudges against people.
Yes, we
Okay.
all do, but every good man comes up against an enemy at some point, doesn't he? That's the cost of principle, son.
It is true that we have been on the receiving end of several violent misunderstandings of late.
He looks at you in the eye again, and this time you just feel this kind of overwhelming just sensation of being viewed. I'd like you to roll presence as a reaction roll.
And reaction rolls are not
No hope
dependent
or fear.
on.
Correct.
Okay. That is a 16.
You feel uncomfortable. Your skin prickles and you start to sweat a little, but you brush it off. You shake your head and clear it, and the feeling seems to fade. And you're just looking at the old man again. He gives you a little grin. So what do you think? Do you have some lore to keep, Sonny? And if you buy today, I'll throw in a bag of seeds. I don't know what they grow, but they might come in handy.
I suppose. What is it that you would like in return?
What do you have?
I have a collection of eating supplies which I am not willing to part with. I have. I do not have much more than that to my name. I have
Truly.
basic supplies. I have a bit
You
of
wanted
rope.
a pair of pants, right?
I would be open to discussing the matter of lower body garments. Yes.
Well, I'll give you a brand new pair of pants, the seeds, and the Lord Keeper for those wonderful rainbow trousers you have on. They're a real collector's piece. But you have to tell me how you got them. I told you. I need the story.
I see. It is quite a story, but it is. Bailey's kind of gonna side-eye look around at the group because he knows we're not really discussing, but he also doesn't really keep secrets. So it's like, he's sort of in that, like, I can say that they were taken from Valkyrian nobility. I got them a few days ago when I was injured, and my other pants that I was wearing were damaged beyond repair.
How did you get injured, son? A big, strong like you.
I am not as good at sneaking around as I would like to be. I was in the woods and saw a camp, and members from the camp were out on patrol, and they were not as interested in talking as I was.
Terrible.
I agree.
Okay. And so the old man kind of looks at you and gives you a nod. It's a little grudging, but give me a moment. I am setting up a question for our audience. If you
Just how many colors do the new pants have?
Oh,
5,
it's just
6,
one.
7, or 8.
Just one. So, chat, Albie here has quite a collection, to be honest. He can pick from quite a few sets of pants that he could decide to go with. I'm not entirely certain if I'm doing this right.
We'll
Huh.
see.
There we go. So what color are Bailey's new pants, guys? I know, nothing but the most critical choices here. Trust me, we have other ones coming down the road.
I bet I can take a guess at what wins.
Salmon.
Yeah, I was betting Robin's Egg blue.
The blue is coming out to an early lead.
I was actually thinking the blue now.
I was thinking of salmon, but
Now I've
Yeah.
got to Google what does a robin's egg look like.
You don't know?
That's
Why
pretty
would I-
distinctive color.
Why would I just know what a bird's egg looks like?
Because
They're
it's
up
the
in-
name of a clan.
They're up
That-
in nests
that one
and
in
in trees.
particular?
I don't climb trees and
You're
look at
tall,
birds'
right?
eggs.
You're taller than me. You should
I
know
mean,
this.
yes,
I
but
should know this.
I mean, there are a lot of things.
Talk about setting the bar low.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, this is
Literally.
anywhere from like a light green to a vibrant blue, according to the internet.
Yeah, it's kind of a light, vibrant blue. And it does appear that the pair of pants that Albie takes out of his pack, along with a small black pouch of seeds and the large brown book, are Robin's Egg blue. He takes them out, looks at you, and gives you a grin. So, what do you think? Is it a deal?
They will be a bit less conspicuous than the current pants I am wearing. Assuming, Tolman, you do not mind this were a gift of some kind from you.
Oh no. It was funny for a little bit. I mean, it was they look beautiful, but now they're looking a little bit worn after all they've been through.
There's quite a bit of blood on them at this point.
And others people's
Is there?
blood also.
Yes.
It's gonna kind of give you a side eye because Rel is still pretty covered in the goop of a crushed head.
Belu was purposefully not making eye contact with Morella. Just, I will just, allow me a moment to change into the other pants, and I will bring these back to you.
Lovely, lovely. And the old man looks at the rest of you. So, anybody else care to make a deal?
Try not to get jumped in an alcove, Baloo.
That is a good point.
Maybe you should change here.
Oh, he's probably safe around here. It's so quiet.
I'm gonna step into an alcove. It's just, a few meters back,
A Velocilycan eats you.
probably.
As soon as the pants come off.
No other takers? Nobody needs any
I mean,
supplies?
I would be
Oh.
interested, but I really carry very little.
Do you carry any food supplies?
Oh,
Right.
certainly. I always have some fresh food. What are you looking for?
How do you keep fresh food down here?
That is a proprietary business secret, and it's quite rude of you to ask, son.
Is it rude to ask or rude to expect an answer?
Both. Now you put
He
me in the situation of having to tell you no, reprimand you. Absolutely rude. Shameful. Who are your parents?
Because you're in this uncomfortable position, you want to give us a discount, right?
What? That is some bass backwards thinking, son. Price is going up. I need 2 memories now.
Memories.
I told you the deal. I trade in stories.
Hmm.
That book that boy has over there used to belong to a dwarf, if you believe it.
They're not that rare.
They are.
They're so rare. How did you find something that belonged to a dwarf?
That would be a story. You want to trade for it?
What supplies do you have?
Oh, I've got some fresh venison and some cat. 2 or 3 sides of beef. Some flour. I don't know what you need.
I look here at the party. I guess some venison or beef would be nice to carry. How long will it stay good?
As long as you can keep it good.
How fresh is it?
No, it's more of a dry age situation, but it'll be good when I take it out.
Mm-hmm. What do you want for it?
What do you have?
I look
That
at
Halberd's seen some stories, I'll bet.
So yes, but it's a little bit hard for me to protect my friends if I don't have it.
Can't fault you for that.
Unless you have another halberd to trade for.
Sadly, I don't think I do. I got an axe, a couple swords, a couple bows, but no halberds. I could give you an axe and a stick.
How big's the axe? Is it like a big two-handed one, or is it
Yeah, it's got 2 heads to it. It's a big one. Got it off of an orc. He wasn't alive.
I look at the axe. What does it look like? Does it look like a
2-handed axe. Looks pretty.
Okay.
You know, it's
Yeah.
it's in pretty good shape, but it's nothing
Yeah.
special.
No. I don't know. What do I have? I'm carrying a little sword also, but
Fine. If you don't have any stories to trade, that's fine.
stories I do. Items with stories. That's a separate question.
Well, every item has a story. I do want to take a moment to make sure I'm being clear here. These don't have to be discrete like weapons you guys are carrying. You have items that you would have in your pack. You know,
I see.
You are allowed to story build here with me.
Well,
Oh.
I have some cooking supplies, including some pans that have seen a couple of campaigns with me.
Oh. Now that's a story. What kind of campaign, son? Who did you fight for? Who did you fight against?
Gayatel was part of the first wave of recruits after Red Wave.
Oh my. An early adopter.
Yes, well,
And you're still around. That's impressive.
not thanks to some of the people in charge, but
That is the soldier's lot, isn't it?
yeah, yes it is.
All right.
Especially when nobles are put in charge.
You give me one of those pots, and I'll give you the venison. And this bottle of alcohol. It's a special bottle I've been holding on to for a while. I picked it up from another traveling merchant. He's above Vesir, though. We meet up every once in a while, trade some of our more peculiar items. And he pulls out this bottle of clear liquor. It looks like water, honestly. But as he pops the cork, the top opens up, and a flame starts spewing out of it. It just does that. And he waves his hand through it. plainly. It doesn't hurt. You can use this to like torch food and stuff, but it won't hurt a living thing.
So
It's
if I
not.
understand,
It's not like an infinite bottle, by the way. Like it'll run out and then the fire's gone too. But for now, it does the fire thing.
so it's a bottle of alcohol that's on fire. Is it good
Yeah, you
alcohol
put the
also?
stopper back in, yeah. Just think of all things you can flambe with it.
Yes, I'm thinking of pastries and desserts right now.
Oh, exciting.
I'm looking at Caster right now, seeing if he's excited also about this.
Castro seems very off-put by this entire encounter and is kind of hedging to the back of the group.
Yes, he hasn't had good experiences with people wanting to trade down here, has he? You know what? For this pot, I will. Take good care of it, or trade for it well.
Yeah. He happily takes the pot and hands over the venison and the alcohol. Now, can I help anybody else? I do have some more goods.
What kind of bows do you have? You said you had bows.
Just a few longbows. They're well made, not magical or anything, if that's what you're looking for, I'm afraid.
I'm okay then. Thank you though.
Happy to. But what about this? And he reaches into his pouch again and comes out with holding this just large, dark iron coin. You don't recognize the face on it, although it is very clearly a profile of somebody. They look elven, in fact. Pointy the ears, slender features, in profile. The coin itself is about yay big, relatively large, thick. Surely you don't want to go without this curiosity. It's made entirely of sky iron. Skyern, I call it.
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's metal to fall from the sky. Sky iron.
Ah. Is it just a coin made of that metal?
It flips it to you, and it kind of through the air, making a pretty substantial noise as it comes, which is the only tip you have before you catch it. That this thing is heavy. It weighs about 15 pounds as you try to get your hand under it and hold on to it. And as you do, you feel your hand starts to tingle, not feeling numb, but kind of on the way to like pins and needles almost where you're holding. That's all that happens. It's heavy and it makes your hand tingle. Oh, I think there's something special to it, but I don't really know what yet. Maybe you can figure it out.
Well, I mean, that does sound very interesting. I do, however, think the only thing I really have to trade that you would value would be my bow. And I don't have a spare. So if you had maybe a short bow in your pack without a story that you would like to trade for one with a story, plus this coin, then I could do it. This bow
I
does
can
have
do
a story.
that. Tell me the story.
What, this is the bow that I won the annual archery competition in Gaiatel just a few days ago.
Really now?
Oh yes. Very difficult. At the end we had to shoot rings dancing around a carousel. Bouncing on lengths of ribbon.
I've heard better stories. But if it, as a first chapter, it's not bad. I'll keep an eye out for your further exploits, and maybe this bow will be worth something more someday.
It could very well be, yes. I did just use it a few days ago to annoy a giant fungal to death. Not far from here.
Fascinating, Tambid. Fascinating. Well, Can I help anybody else with anything else? If not, I'll kindly leave you folks to your own business down here.
Just when Billy will come back up from the alcove, the black pants with the sort of tie-dye stripe are very neatly folded and presented as best as they can be, given all the
Sure.
just days of muck and travel and
Mhm.
random guts.
How long
Go
does
hand
it
them.
take you to change pants, Belu?
I am a larger person. There's more pants to sleep into than someone of normal height.
Talking sense.
No, he's not. But then again, I didn't expect anything different, I guess. Well,
You will-
nice to meet you.
Understand when you grow as tall as me one day. And he's gonna kind of smile and hand the pants to Albie.
Thank you. Lovely. It's been a pleasure doing business with you all. I don't want to overstay my welcome down here. Well, with you at least, I'm still going to be down here. But if you would, I'm going to continue on my way.
Have a good day. It is day, right? Or is it night at this point?
Oh, I think it's just about morning up above the gardens.
That's why I'm feeling so tired. Have you had us walk through the night, Morella? Morella
Yeah,
had just
but-
fell asleep.
Well, yeah, we just walked through the night.
Sorry, I think I interrupted her. What was that, Morella?
Guess I just don't need as much sleep as you do.
Talia chimes in. Yeah, we're tough.
Explain why you're always yawning, though. All those sounds, the yawning, the groaning.
Are we sure Belu's the old man?
Come on, what about the sounds he makes when he eats?
Oh,
Not the
gosh.
chewing so much, but the moaning? What's that
God.
about?
And like it's kind of wet in a really weird way.
What? I'll look at Belu and be like, do you understand what they're on about?
I
As this conversation happens,
It does
the
not
old man
bother me
has
enough to bring up
walked
this past.
away and down the tunnel, just kind of humming to himself as he leaves.
Can you find us a place to take some rest, Morella?
We just started walking, what, a few hours ago?
Wasn't it like 2 days ago?
Time's weird down here.
I thought
Hmm.
it was a couple days
Several
ago.
days.
You're really losing it down
We-
here.
I feel like we've slept since we left the death chamber, right?
We've probably slept
4
but
days.
not rested.
Yeah, we never took a rest.
That's correct. Yeah, you would have slept some number of times so far, but you have not taken a mechanical rest in a bit, at least.
All right, Talia, let's see what we can find. What did I tell you?
Eyes front, head on a swivel.
Well, not one of those quick swivels, just a little one. A
Okay.
lazy Susan type, you know?
Okay, lazy Susan, I can do that.
And if we feel a cold pocket, what do we do?
Duck into a alcove.
No, we don't go that way.
Oh, why?
I swear it's like you don't even listen. Sure
I'm
your granny
trying,
didn't
miss.
lose you on purpose.
Oh, that's mean. Probably not.
I will use my ultra mushroom sense, my fun girl network, to find, just to make sure, like direction wise, look for a place that's a little off this main. You know how we found an alcove before, but
Sure.
maybe one that doesn't have like a death
Bones
trap
and
in it.
murderers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. Maybe another 30 minutes of walking ahead, and you find a pretty nice little alcove. This one is useful in that it has a relatively small opening, but no other exits. It's just a little one you found, so you can set up in here the rest of it as you want with the relative safety of the mycelium surrounding you on most sides.
And we go this way.
As you guys all arrive at the clearing, suddenly there is a moment where the ground beneath you seems to vibrate, and the mycelium glows very faintly, this kind of pale green color. And a moment later, you hear a voice that sounds familiar, but this time distant, almost tinny, like it's being forced through a pipe, or like you're underwater and hearing the voice through that. And it's hard to make out, but it sounds something like 3,272.
I'm sorry, what was that?
And with that, the light fades, the ground ceases its shuddering, and the voice is gone.
I am uncomfortable with the number of that keeps climbing in the disembodied voice.
At least this time we didn't get sucked up in it.
We are not in the town where it happened. But 3,272 sounds like a lot of people.
Certainly.
Hmm.
Not much we can do now, though.
No. But I bet we are from the walking the last few days. It's probably time we take a decent rest here. Gather our wits a bit. We've been on the move quite a bit.
Yes. Yes, we have.
Well, then it is time for you guys to tell me, are you taking a long rest?
Do you guys all need a long rest? I can get by with a short.
Well, you were
I know you guys
firing
took some
arrows
hits,
from a
though.
hallway. I could probably use. I have some things that would benefit from a long rest, but it depends on what you guys want to do.
Tormund is used to marching on not enough sleep, not enough rest. So either or will be fine. Enjoys a long one, but can do with a short one.
Palio to Morella. Wasn't he just complaining about being tired?
He just likes to whine.
Me too.
Talia, sometimes it is easier to say that you're tired, so other people don't have to say it.
Okay.
Baylor's just
Morella
getting
will
on his
say
tap
nothing,
Drummond's
but
shoulder.
in the corner of the screen, little Morella approves.
Okay.
So is that a yes? This is long resting.
I don't know. What are you guys? What do you need?
Yeah, I could go either way, honestly.
Marilla, do you need a long rest?
It would give you
here's
some
my-
time to clean that blood off you.
That's true. Because I still feel like I would need like 2 long rests for what I need. So or 3 short rests, something like that. Depends how the dice go, right? So I'm fine
Yeah.
with either because nothing's gonna get me like perfect.
Oh, yes. I have noticed that also. Like, because there's armor, HP, and stress, a single long rest can never get everything back up.
Mm-hmm.
I only need to do stress, so I can do one of those for one of you guys. On a long.
Yes, it's nice to shoot arrows from.
Yeah, it's very smart.
Sorry,
Smart.
who was it who just said that?
Me? Oh, the arrow bit? Oh,
Yes.
Disclaimer, I usually play the ranged characters in almost everything.
Okay, so you guys are long resting, so I get 4 fear off the bat, and then I get to roll a d4.
Are we long resting?
I think so, yes.
Sounds like it.
I
You
thought
changed
we
the
were
number?
all like, I don't know.
It also sounded like that, but I thought the gist was generally toward long resting. If you choose not to, I will just take the d4 of fear instead.
Yeah, I could do a short if Tammit's going to take care of something for Morella.
Sorry, what?
Tampa was going to take care of something for Morella because she had 3
Yes.
things.
Mm-hmm.
So I could do a short rest then.
I can do hit points for her if we do a short. If we do a long, I can do hit points or stress.
Okay.
Alternatively, we just give Matt some more fear.
Maybe we could do that so he could have some fun.
Yeah, let's give him some fear. Let's do it long.
So I'll make fun
For
of how
all the
much Torment snores.
For all the crits we had in that last encounter that
Yeah.
he made up.
Long.
Yeah.
Do a long.
Do I feel
Do
guilty
along.
about that? No, not in the least. But
No.
That
Yeah.
puts me back up to
Oh, I see.
exactly
Chat
12 fear.
said we are long resting.
Thank you,
They
Damon.
decided it
Be
for us.
decisive.
Why do people
Ma'am.
keep telling me that?
You'll have to
Does
decide
one
what
of
it
you-
means.
Does one of you need me to
Strange,
clear stress or fear for you, or stress or hit points?
So let's hold up. Before we get into all the mechanical stuff of it. Just kind of. I just want the group to go through what they're doing with the long rest. You can be quick about it. Just tell us what you're doing mechanically if you want. But if you want to take a moment and describe what your character's doing, to take a moment to recover, to take a breath, to take a break from everything that you guys are doing. Now is a great time to share that with the class.
I do want to clarify before anybody says if I'm helping you. I've just checked. All I can do is hit points.
Yes, that's
Not
what I
stress
thought.
or
Like,
armor, yeah.
clearing stress
But I can take
requires
care of
like,
hit points if you need it. If not, I want to work on a project of trying to figure out what my coin does.
Ooh.
I don't want to take that away from you. So you
Okay,
can
but
do
if you're
that
gonna
if
die,
you
then I'll
want
clear
to.
your hit points.
Your
I can always do
project
that
matters
later.
more.
You can also do armor for somebody else.
Yeah, just stress is the only one you can't, right? I think.
Yeah, stress requires something else.
So Bailu's going to
Mhm.
take some of his ingredients from his pouch and going to mix up sort of a little salve that he can put on his very growing list of wounds as they continue on with this adventure. He's going to kind of pack his wounds and make sure that they're in a good spot. Use a little bit of his magic to sort of augment the things that he knows are going to take a little longer to heal and kind of get those up to speed a little faster. But for the most part, try and stick to his medical training and keeping up on that. And then as that's sort of on him and it's doing its work, he's going to kind of take the small set of pliers that he's got and start sort of mending his chainmail armor a little bit. Just a little small kit that he's got.
Sure. Chain,
Just
that's
trying to
the
bend
right-
bend the
rewrap.
rings back into place, make sure the rings are kind of connected again, all that. It's a really old set, so it's really easy to work on. It's not very intricate or fancy, so.
All right.
Tormund's going to kind of sit next to him and do the same thing on his armor. Just workshop area, I guess.
Mhm.
Gambit? Or, sorry. Good.
And then once that's done, well, and first he's going to probably bandage himself a little bit and, bit of cleaning up wounds, making sure that there's no lasting, let's say scars, but more like long infections or things like that.
Okay. Makes sense. Gambit, Morella, which one of you like to go next?
Marla, do you need my healing or armor?
Can I use the band-aid or two?
You want the healing?
Yeah.
So I'll go kind of try to, I guess I'll try to like clean up her wounds. I'm not nearly the healer you guys are, but I know how to like, just clean a bandage them up. I think that's all clear. Morella's hit points.
Point of
And
clarification.
then I'm going to sit down. Yeah.
How do you heal injuries on the fungal?
Same way you heal injuries on anybody. You cover them. You maybe add a salve or some kind of, unguent that might help the healing process and let the body take care of itself. Fungal will regrow their own tissue just like regular or any other race does. The only difference is that sometimes the medicines they need are different.
I see.
Alternatively, you find other little mushrooms in the area and you shove them in your
Stack them in the
wounds.
wounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can just shove mushrooms in your mushroom wounds and that will work, but it is kind of a sloppy way of going about it.
Okay.
Was that
Just wanted to
all?
make sure.
Does that clear all hit points?
For a long rest, it does.
On a long rest? Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I spilled my coffee. I'm over here panicking.
Yeah, I'll definitely do the old-fashioned clean it out and bind it method.
Sure.
I'm not looking for mushrooms and stuff in there. And then I will
Looking for
I'll
mush-
sit like back against.
We're gonna need to put all kinds of new warnings on this show, guys.
Yeah, right. I'll put just put my back against the wall and pull out my compass again and kind of it's spinning around. I'm gonna try to bring it back to north and stable as I clear my stress.
It points directly at whatever pocket you're holding that coin in.
Okay. I'll test that too. I'll take my coin out and move it around.
Yeah,
And it
the compass
follows, I
follows it. Mhm.
I said nothing. Put it in pocket.
How about you, Morella? How are you taking care of yourself in addition to Tampid's treatment of your wounds?
I think after he helps with that, I just go off by myself to deal with the scrubbing of all the other ickies and the washing of the armor and the stitching of the armor because it got messed up. By armor, I mean her coat. The little underlayer that protects her got messed up.
Makes sense. Anything else?
I think part of the de-stressing is like not focusing on herself, actually, just taking note of the other people and the way everything feels around her, like
Sure.
the network and if Castor's got a little limp, if Bailu smells like wood chips, that kind of thing.
You see Castor sitting down against the wall, just kind of slumped there, head resting on the rock, eyes closed, taking deep breaths. You see him just kind of relaxing, decompressing, slumping down. Talia goes and sits by him, not close, but just, within kicking distance, I suppose. And she just kind of sits there and looks at him, gives him a smile, and leans herself against the rock. And you see her eyes looking at the group, but looking at all of you as you work on your armor, as you tend to your own wounds, as you just get your own heads back in the right space. And you can tell that she is just watching everything you all do. The rest of your group is currently hard at work, taking care of themselves, taking care of their gear, making sure they're ready for when you guys get up to keep going. Usually we had some technical difficulties. Good to know.
I think it'll be fixed for the YouTube.
Okay, that's
It'll be
fair.
fine for YouTube.
But yeah. So and with that, I think you guys settle into the rhythm, to the relaxation, to the rest of the long rest, and some time passes. You eat, you sleep, you do whatever it is you want to do, and we will continue with your journey from there when we come back from break. And also, after break, we will continue our story of Alec Appel from last week, for those who are interested in seeing more of that. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes, and we'll see you then. Hi, and welcome back to the Veil of Vesir. When we left off, our party had just continued their journey through the roots, getting waylaid by an odd old man looking to sell some things. They made some purchases and then set down for a long rest. Before we get back to continue their story, why don't we take a moment to look at another story that we spoke about last week, the story of Alec Appel. If you guys remember, you helped guide Alec through the ambush by the Red Dawn orc mercenaries down in the roots far on the other side of Vesir, before he was nearly struck down but rescued by a group of druids and seemingly safely pulled into the colony of Chone below. So, if you would, sit with me as we return to Mr. Pell. As he wakes up in a soft bed in a surprisingly quiet hospital, it seems. But quiet is not empty, and as Alec opens his eyes and looks around, he sees lines and upon lines of silent fungal bodies laying against the walls, on beds, taking up every ounce of room that they can find around it seems, without actually stacking individuals on top of each other. You would think they were dead if not for the steady but very shallow rise and fall of their breath. Alec stands, or tries to. As soon as he puts both feet on the ground, the pain flares in his hips up through his abdomen. His wounds sustained on getting into the city still clearly not fully healed, and he lurches, having to catch himself. He looks around again as he catches his balance and sees next to the bed a sandwich on a plate. It looks fresh. Someone must have left it here. His stomach growls and he looks uncertainly between the sandwich and the door. And so, chat, I have to ask, what does our friend Alec do here? Does he sit and eat? Does he wait it out? Or does he push through the pain and go exploring?
Do you eat a random sandwich or not?
It's someone else's sandwich, and they get very
mean-
upset.
Could just be lunch meat that you found on the sidewalk.
Some people are very
Hasn't done that.
protective of their food.
He's a
Looks like-
soldier, Damon. Who knows?
I guess there's not much trust for random food laying around.
Not. Our distrustful chat has decided that we will push through the pain and see where we can get. Alex sucks in a breath and kind of steels himself for the pain as he pushes himself back up to fully standing and mostly walks to the door, barely limping at all, maybe 20%. Fit as a fiddle, right as right. He makes it out the door and finds himself in a hallway made of the same petrified mycelium that most of the stone buildings in this colony are made of. There are torches that are lit in regular intervals, keeping the hallways lit, if not bright. Throughout the halls, Alex sees more Fungrel leaning against the wall, their eyes closed, dead to the world around them. Their chests rising and falling as they breathe, but that's all. Alex makes it to the second intersection down the hallway before his injuries become too much for him and his fatigue catches up. He stumbles, and just before he would have fallen to the floor, a strong hand reaches out to steady him. Easy there, pup. A tall, slender, elven man. He has dark black hair pulled back into a tail. He steadies Alec as he sucks in a pain gap and looks up at the elf. Doing it. At your service. And you should be more careful with those wounds. Warden Meal will not be pleased with either of us should that happen. Come with me. Durov guides Alec, who goes along with one out of curiosity, is not wanting to offend his hosts here in the city, to a small chamber. Barely more than a bed, a desk, and a small set of chairs, but there are no comatose fungal here. It made the room feel oddly spacious. Sit. Rest. You will need your strength for whatever they will ask of you next. Just remember, things are not always what they seem. For instance, this colony seems quite beaten, but you would not believe how much hope the children have managed to hold on to. He shakes his head amusedly. He pours 2 drinks, and he hands one out to Alec. Chat? Alec, drink the drink.
Tom does.
Which drink? This
Like he just
drink.
went through a whole battle. He's probably pretty thirsty.
Theme.
That's a good option, Fame. I feel like that's one you could add, potentially.
I'm not opposed. Everyone else wants it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
The wise decision.
yeah. Let's add that as an option.
Waits for him to turn around and switches the cups.
Inconceivable.
The seas have it. I'm going to make
Yes.
an executive decision here. Alec takes the drink somewhat skeptically. The Durov takes his as well, gives Alec a small grin, and just downs it in one go. Alec looks at him, shrugs, and does the same. The next thing Alec knows, he wakes back up with a headache pounding in the back of his head, and he's once again in his bed in the hospital. He has no memory of anything after he left this room. As he recovers, an older druid woman, gnomish, comes in to look at him. She introduces herself as Warden Mir and kind of tut-tuts over his condition and is very concerned about the headache that he seems to have gotten, and she's not entirely certain why. Of all the wounds he took coming in, none of them were head wounds. But she examines him and gives him as clean a bill of health as she can, before telling him that given that he seems to have not fully recovered yet, she'll be sending him up top to Chone above to help the soldiers who are fighting against the siege of that. And so Alec finds himself, head still pounding, standing on a large wooden elevator in the middle of the Chone colony. He looks around and sees hundreds of Fungril and druids working, talking, prepping around the elevator, all of them going up above to help those who are battling against the Red Dawn. He's got several hours before the elevator gets to where it needs to go, and he finds a place near the railing, watching as the layers of Fungril homes scroll by in front of his eyes. And he sits down to pull out a book. Something to pass the time while he figures out, or while he waits for this trip to be over. And that means I do have one more question for you.
Wind's a little ahead of you there.
It's getting there, but I got choices. Apologies.
Said it was a very long elevator ride. Perfect option.
It is a rather long elevator ride. But out of the options before you, is Lieutenant Pell reading a detective novel? Something more romantic-y? Nonfiction or science fiction?
Oh, okay. I guess I've got a question. What does
Sure.
science fiction look like in a fantasy world?
I have answers for all of these books. We'll see what we end up with.
Is romantasy like romance fantasy?
Yes.
Okay.
He asks like he doesn't know.
We know
Yes.
what your
That is absolutely what I read.
window looks like.
I
Not
read.
the section you go to at the bookstore?
Corman has a shelf full of romantasy books.
Not to mention all the Karlach fan fiction.
I mean,
That's fair.
that's like, okay, you win.
House Club.
All right, well, we're getting very split.
50
votes
Shades
here.
of Grey is not romantasy.
No.
Yeah, that's more than the nonfiction category.
50 Shades of Grey Elves.
Happened in my head canon.
50 Shades of Grey Elves is good.
I mean, Twilight's closer.
Okay. It looks like we are leaning toward a detective novel. Alec leans back and takes out this battered paperback that he has in his pack. It's been dog-eared, it's been torn, it's been taped back together. It's seen some.
All the dog ears, this guy.
Why?
He has seen. This book has seen some things. But it titles
I
Paving.
hope we meet this guy.
It's a book about a bardic detective in Gaiatel who gets mixed up chasing down a cult. It's kind of cheesy, but Alec always likes it. And so, today, at least, we'll leave him to read his book as his elevator climbs toward Chone above, and a new dangerous task will await him, hopefully next week, probably. So with that, let's leave Alec behind and come back to our main party, who, having long rested, finds themselves fresh, refreshed, healthy, hale, and ready to get the crap kicked out of them again. Isn't that right?
Well, I mean, most of that, yes.
I agree with all of it.
The journey itself through the routes continues again, mostly uneventfully. The meeting with Albie and the disembodied voice relating the last death toll of attacks are really the only thing that stand out for most of the trip. You travel through the routes for another week. Your mind's either adjusting or straining against the environment the longer it goes on, before you finally come to a point where you have a choice to make. When you came this way, you had two different destinations. Morella, you've been leading the group to the colony of TheVeilofVesir, a medium-sized mongrel colony on the southern coast of Branson, or near the southern coast of Branson. Tambid, you have been heading to a fortress named Bloomkeep. It is close to TheVeilofVesir, but a bit of a way off. It'll be about a day's trip, a day addition to the trip to make it there, not to mention whatever you may need to do there. So, party, you've come to literally a crossroads. Spotlight to you.
So, my other friends went this way. It's not very far. I think probably about a day out.
And that is the way towards Console that we are trying to go.
Yeah, and you have the kid too, you know?
I am not a kid.
I mean, you're... So I guess she's only like
Morella's
5
been
years
teaching me all
younger than
kinds of
me,
useful stuff. Not even.
She is in her 20s. She is not a child.
Oh, I thought she was like a teenager. I'm sorry.
I am an adult, thank you. I can shoot lasers and everything.
Certainly act like
You're actually older than me. But still, you know, you're on being protected. It's probably not wise to take you towards certain danger.
I can handle myself, isn't that right, Miss Morella?
I will take a very long moment and then just nod.
Deep breaths,
One
nostrils
single
flaring.
nod.
See? Miss Tolly, I really must insist we head back home first.
Yes, let's.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys though. I gotta go take care of this real quick. Herman, you still have those amulets we got off the Red Dawn at that camp?
The one that you left behind? I think Belo has it.
Well, we have 2. We found 2. If I
yes,
take one, I'll be able to find you.
I still have mine, but I think Belo took the other one. You left it with the note, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I have. I can. Kind of
If you don't mind if I borrow it for a few days, I can probably track you if not. But
Not much so. No, it is yours to begin with. It is. Just pulling out little bundles of herbs and just all this. And it's gonna hand it to you. Gonna let you take it.
thanks.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't have to go far this way, and we'll survey and be quick, and I'll send them back to the surface alone, and then I'll catch up with you guys.
And be sure that you are taking great care to not get into any more altercations down here, or up there, for that matter.
I mean, we're here for an altercation, so
Oh.
I'll try to avoid extraneous altercations.
We should really be going to help him.
I believe under normal circumstances we would, but these are not normal circumstances.
Look, it's really empty down here. If you really need to, you can hide me somewhere.
Yeah, I tried
Uh,
that.
That seems dangerous as well.
But how many are in your group that are going to Ghost Trouble?
We came down with 5 total, but 4 now.
I did not mean to bring up a sad situation.
Yeah, you saw it. We'll be okay.
If you say so. Be careful. You
Yes.
see other cultists.
Yeah, we see another room like that, we're not going in. We'll find a way around.
That is for the best. Yes.
And watch out for those big animals. And those little
Yeah, we didn't
raptor-like
actually
things.
see it, but we heard it behind us. Something huge moving, but we'll be as careful as we can. It's a dangerous place. We're here to do a dangerous thing.
What are you here to do?
The bandit mercenary fortress down here, causing havoc on behalf of the Red Dawn. So we came to see what we might mess up for them.
See, that sounds really important.
It does. But so does making sure that you're not dead.
Yes. Perhaps you could
They
convince
want
your party
you.
to instead come back with us. We will get young Talia back to Ransa, and then
Guys, I get it. You're all really, really responsible. But, time matters.
We'll be
we do
fine.
not know
Go.
how many
So-
there
Go
are
with her.
of the
I'll
Red Dawn
find you.
at this place.
So, question. Looking kind of closely at her, trying to... Is she just trying to get for the excitement, or is she feeling about like the bandits and raids at all?
Interesting question. Roll instinct.
My first roll of the night. 13 plus 2 is 15. Hope, sorry.
Yeah. Looking at Talia, you can see she's animated, excited. You can see she's. I think what you really pick up, though, looking at it underneath that is concern. She is worried about what is going to happen to Tambit if he goes off on his own without the rest of you, and she doesn't want to be the reason that something happens to him.
I don't even know him.
That's
Yeah, we haven't actually
not untrue. But you guys have all been traveling together for a week and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would have been keeping my distance. Tambit is a little weirded out by the whole you were unconscious and nobody had any idea how to rescue you from that, and now you're fine bit. I wasn't there for any of that.
We were still part of a team that saved her and Castor, and tried to track
Except
down him.
Castor.
Yeah.
Castor was in our thing, yeah, but like I didn't even find her. I guess I didn't even know she was unconscious, huh?
Tormund's going to kind of look at her, I think. I'll look around. I think we can. Under one condition. You listen to what we say. If Morella tells you no attacking and hiding, no attacking and hiding. This
Okay.
is clear.
As long as he's not going to die.
We'll strive for that to happen.
And we will strive to avoid it happening.
Scout's honor.
Were you a scout?
No.
I look really hard, like that you're making sure that a person understands, like that. All right.
If you
You really
disobey,
don't have to.
He will show you his Galapatis. This is a
I do a
frightening sight.
really wide smile at Belo.
Oh,
Not
I didn't
open
know
mouth.
Galapa had teeth. That's so interesting. How many sets do you have?
They only show them when they are prepared to attack.
Oh my.
So do not let him show you the teeth.
I'll have to make a note about that for my natural studies classes.
Yeah, just don't believe anything Belo says about me. About almost everything else you can believe him. Anything related to me, just don't.
Roman is a very honorable man.
So you're not a really brave soldier? Hmm.
All right.
Tambit,
Yes.
let's go save your friends and deal with that camp. The
No,
Red
I'll
Dawn
take
is-
the help.
Yeah.
But you don't. We'll be okay if you need to get her up. I'm not going to complain.
If it gets too dangerous, we will be sure someone gets out of this situation.
All right, I'm okay with that then. Also, my friends are a little weird, so they might. They're very shy. I'll
They're
say.
your friends, so we would expect nothing less.
Don't worry.
Exactly.
We don't need pay to help you.
They
We'll
they
let
make me look like a bard. So
Your singing voice is
Can you sing?
most likely terrible.
no, not at
He
all.
didn't say they made him sound like a bard. They made him look like a bard.
Oh, can you dance?
They make me seem like a bard.
Oh.
Anyway, Caster,
Alright. Well, that's
you're on
this way.
protection duty.
I'll do what I can.
Keep your frying pan at the ready.
He's already taken it off the bag and just kind of swinging it around his wrist. Oh, sorry.
Okay, we will.
And so the group makes its way toward the fortress, following Tambit's directions, as he
I'll
knows
take
more or
point. Yeah,
less
this time.
where you're going this time. Morella and Talia have fallen back to follow him as he leads you along. It's about a half day's journey from the point where you had to make your decision before you come upon a large open area down, which is pretty odd. The ceiling goes up and away, disappearing into darkness above you. The ground before you is flat, empty, maybe cleared intentionally. And standing at the other end of the clearing, built into the rock face, is a large, imposing structure. It is made, seemingly, of living mycelium. It seems to be carved, curved, worked in such a way that the mycelium itself has risen up out of the ground and been formed into this multi-level fortress, including walls, buttresses, windows, murder holes, the whole 9 yards. And as you look, you see where the place gets its name from, Bloom Keep. That living mycelium has, over the years, bloomed, for lack of a better term. Colorful and bioluminescent mushrooms grow off the wall, giving it an almost eclectic kind of look, as different colors glow and different kinds of fungus grow out of it, giving it just a very haphazard but impressive and bright look. But all of that aside, what might be most important to you guys as you look on are the guards at the front gate. They are not Red Dawn mercenaries, although their uniform looks similar. They are dressed in blue, with a large silver moon on their chest. They have a similar armband to that of the Red Dawn as well. And in front of the fort, you see 2 standing guard outside the gate, 2 on the walls above, and a close inspection reveals 2 more with windows overlooking the front. The fortress itself is quite large. You can only see the front from where you stand now.
The 6 we
So
can see.
The armbands on the side were blue with the crescent moon as well.
Correct. Yes. Same logo. Same.
So
image.
not the red
Help.
dot logo. Okay. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
Matt, on inspection, like as we're looking at these guards,
Mhm.
what are like the pairs, right? So there's 3 pairs we can see. What are their viewpoints on the next pair in line?
So the ones out front can't see anybody else without turning around. The ones on the wall have a pretty good view of the ones out front, but they'd have to look down to see them directly. The ones in the window can see out beyond the wall, but you guess based on the angles, they probably don't have a great view of the other 2 pairs.
All right, I like this. And any sign of my buddies? Or are they hiding?
Yes. So as you come closer and settle in, you are surprised to find an arrow suddenly appears out of the ground next to your feet. You recognize the fletching
Come on,
as belonging
guys.
to one of your buddies. Following the trail of the arrow, you see a kind of a cliffside that seems to rise up off to the left of the cliff. That might be where they're hiding.
I'll head that way.
All of you?
Trying to stay out of sight.
All of you? Or
Will it be easy for all of us to
you
navigate
can all,
around?
you can all certainly make it. The question is Tambit taking you?
Tambit
I mean, you're all
will
invited.
follow.
We should,
your-
yeah, we should reconvene. They're over here. They'll know more about the place. They've been here for a little bit.
All right.
Leading the group up the path to the side, you've come across 3 very nervous-looking Simia. One of them has very similar coloring to Tambit. The other 2 don't. One of the ones who doesn't match him as well steps forward and looks at the other 2, and he, again, seems nervous, but he just says, "Hi, Tim. We're
they're with
ready to
me.
go if... Oh, yeah, I know you said that, but... You sure?"
Yeah.
But they're...
Yeah, we that noise actually was as I'm fighting that whatever
Well,
that beast was.
yeah, but Tam, you know, it's gonna be dangerous.
All adults here. It'll be fine.
I raise an eyebrow at him, dressed in full armor, basically chainmail.
He looks at you and like, there's an odd expression on his face. Okay, if you're sure.
They say
We
they're
got
sure.
we got here like 5 hours ago and been looking around. There's the main entrance, and we also found this path off to the side. We think it might lead to a secret entrance, but we couldn't get it open.
Is it by any
Too
chance
heavy or
a
what?
grate that leads into the bathroom, into the toilets?
No, it's higher up than the main fortress. It probably comes into one of the storage rooms we were thinking.
Upstairs toilet.
Or it could be an upstairs toilet, yeah. I guess that's true.
B,
Hi,
can you
how are
just
you?
not get to it, or is it
I'm
heavy?
range.
Oh yeah, sorry. That Morella, got Tormund there with all the armor and natural armor, and Belu, and then with Sir Castor and I forget her name. I'm sorry. Liana?
What are you talking about, Tam? That's Talia Colville.
Yeah, Talia. That's it. And Talia. She is not going to be engaged in the fight. She is to hide.
Kind of like,
Why is she here then?
how do you know her?
It is a bit
She's
of a long
famous.
story.
Kind of a crossing of the streams moment going on at the moment. That's all.
All right, Tam, if you say so. But I guess, what do you guys think? How do you want to approach it? The 3 of us can come with you, or we can try to we're all decent shots. We can cover you from here, or from up higher, maybe.
At the
Sorry,
very least.
what exactly are we doing here?
Ham, you didn't tell them?
He just said wreaking havoc. What does that mean?
We're
I
not
like to
wreaking
wreak havoc.
havoc. I mean, we can wreak some havoc, but that's not the point, Ham. You know that.
I love havoc.
Ham. Sorry, miss. So these guys stole something from the nearby fungal colony. We're here to get it back. Some kind of golden spore, they called it. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if it's actually gold or if it's just like the name of a mushroom thing. But it's supposed to be really important, and the colony is going to need it back.
Would I know what that is?
Yeah, so so golden spores are not not a unique thing, but they are essentially every fungal colony grows around a central point that usually forms in the heart of some kind of usually mass death event, like so the sites of famous battles, things where there's lots of things to feed fungal growth essentially. And in these fully grown colonies at the center there is a core, and in that core there is an organ that emits these spores. And these spores can be used to found new fungal colonies. But they are useful for more than that. They have a lot of power in them, and they can be used to kind of empower spells and stuff as well, depending on what the colony needs. They are, however, very limited. A colony only produces about one a year. They are exceptionally tasty, but it is sacrilegious to eat them.
Gonna have to keep an eye on Tormund.
Why are you looking at me like this, Morella?
No reason. We'll talk about it later.
Well, I don't know, what do you guys think? We should go in, I think probably the back sneaky entrance, right? Try that before we try the front gate. What difficulty were you having getting in? Is there a block? Is it?
Oh, it seems like there should be a door there. Like it, everything suggested there's a door there, but we just couldn't open it. We couldn't figure it out. I'm sorry, Tam. We spent a while there and just couldn't figure out how to activate it.
It is something that we could look at.
Sure, we can take you to it if you want.
Yeah, let's check it out.
It's just right up this path.
There are no guards up the path to the door.
There aren't. I don't think they know about the entrance. Must be hidden inside.
They didn't build this; they just took it. So there's
yeah,
plenty they don't
yeah.
know.
This belonged to the local colony first. Sorry, what was that?
That's a good point. They wouldn't know. Entrances and the like. Did you say there was a window of sorts back there? Up top? Toilet room?
The door. We're not sure if it's a toilet room. I thought it might be a storage room, from what we had heard about the place. But we haven't been able to get inside to check out.
Any unguarded windows?
Probably, if you wanted to try to climb around. That's on the other side, though. This side, they built right up into the mycelium, so there's not a whole lot of windows. But on the far side, yeah, there's some overlooking that cliff if you can climb.
Right.
They've got patrols, but they can't be watching all of them.
Okay.
Why don't we check out the door first? Then we think about trying to climb in.
Oh, you don't like climbing?
Yeah. Can you lead us? Show us the door. We'll check it out.
Sure thing, Tam. Just this way. And he leads the group further up this path to the point where it looks like he's going to lead you up like a little cliff that seems to have some handholds that climbs up, but instead he shows you that if you come around far enough and lean against it, there is a small opening toward the back here. Tormund, you're going to have to squeeze, my boy. But the rest of you can get in there relatively easily. Balo, it's tight for you too, but you don't have a shell to worry about, so it's a little less of a physics challenge as you move through small spaces.
Kind of go sideways and like shimmy a little bit past it. It's like
But eventually,
not one word. I will look at Bill. Not one word.
I said
hear-
nothing.
You hear Talia kind of giggle as she watches,
I'll wink.
and
Perhaps a bit too much worshipping of the prime seasoning.
I said not one word, Billo.
It
well,
was
I
several
never
words.
said
Several
Sircaster.
words.
It was not word, it was several words.
Not one
You're so
implies.
noisy.
Apologies.
No, please. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Thank you. Now, Belu, as I was saying, I
And
will
as
turn.
you
How
turn to
close is
look-
that voice, by the way?
across the room as
Damn
you
it.
entered,
I was hoping
but-
he'd be close that I could punch him.
and you turn around to look as you've gotten through the gap into this kind of empty cave that you found yourself in, and you see what looks to be shaped very much like a door on the one wall. Like, it really does look like one. But what's more interesting as you watch is the door turns from a black, featureless slab of stone, and something starts to appear before it, in front of it, seemingly made up of little tiny beads of light, almost looking like it's made up of gems that are glowing from inside as they come together. And they're made up of different colors. There's no like central color scheme across it. It's just a rainbow that comes together. And as you look, it forms into the shape of an ancient Galaba, with white, wispy lights trailing down from his chin, and a long neck extending out from the door. And he looks at all of you. Well, the image looks at all of you as you look at it, and you see it moving. Its neck connected to the wall, but the head of light looks around and looks at you. And my name is Thras, and I think you're exactly what I'm looking for.
I throw my blade at him.
And I do apologize for the early and abrupt end, but that is where we're going to
But-
for tonight. I apologize. We need to cut things a little short tonight. So next session, we will return to Morella's blade flying through the air at this new figure, and we'll see exactly where this story takes us as the party explores Bloomkeep. Thank you all for your participation. I hope everybody had a good time, and we'll be back next week.
Like a nice big time stop over the field.
Yeah.